LPBW, Matt Roloff shuts down breakup rumors with Caryn Chandler, shares latest update. Matt Roloff surprised the Little People Big World fans with a new update on his relationship with his fiancée, Caryn Chandler. He shut down all the rumors to reveal they are still going strong. The LPBW star has ended all the speculations going on the internet about his romance. Matt and Caryn were set to tie the knot last year. However, they delayed their plans for some unknown reasons. The reality TV stars have been together for a long time. Unfortunately, Matt and Caryn had to keep pushing their big day for different reasons. The pair have not posed together for a while, so fans started speculating that there could be a rough patch between them. What did Matt reveal? Are they still going strong? When are they getting married? LPBW stars Matt and Caryn exchanged rings in season 25. The former popped up the question on the last season, and she said yes. Hence, fans were anxiously waiting for their wedding in a few months. Matt's reality TV show got cancelled after a huge success. So, fans felt that they could watch him on screens again with a wedding special episode. However, Matt and Caryn delayed their wedding to exchange vows in Hawaii. Later, Roloff had to push the dates further due to his mom's ailing health. Interestingly, fans noticed that he stopped sharing anything about his fiancée on Instagram. Caryn also went silent on social media to avoid sharing any updates on her life. Naturally, fans were concerned for the pair and hoped they were still together. Well, Matt and Caryn ended all the speculations in their latest update. Little People Big World fans have spent many years watching Matt and Caryn's love story on the show. The former fell in love with the latter and exchanged rings. Hence, viewers were curious to see the couple walk down the aisle after years of dating. However, Matt and Caryn raised fans' concerns when they stopped sharing any updates together. They were skeptical about their romance when they went silent about their latest dynamics. Recently, Matt shut down all the rumors of his breakup with Caryn in the latest post. He uploaded a series of pictures on Instagram to talk about the cold weather of Oregon. The LPBW star captured a beautiful view from his property covered with snow. Matt stated, "Chilly and cold here in Oregon, but very beautiful." He explained that they experienced some serious power outages this time of the year. But he has come up with a solution for this through his new generator. Moreover, the reality TV star added, "Enjoying Roloff Farms, but looking to catch up with Caryn, who is a few days ahead of me down in sunny AZ." Fans were thrilled to learn that Matt and Caryn are still going strong. They were glad that the former dismissed all the speculations going on the internet. One fan asked, "Have you and fans are always ready to hear updates on Zach and Tori Roloff's family and parents everywhere can relate to a story the Little People Big World stars shared about their 7-year-old son Jackson's freak, dumb accident on a recent episode of their podcast, Raising Heights." As Tori explained it, she had just come home from a trip she took to Disneyland with friends when disaster struck. "I came home, I was home for maybe an hour. We had just eaten dinner, and we were having so much fun, just catching up. The kids were playing soccer with Zach," she began. Apparently, the family was playing in the entryway of their home, which Tori described as very spacious with tons of room to play, so what happened next was a surprise. "Yeah, we were just playing soccer, we were having a great time," Zach said. Lila's turned into quite the little soccer player. But then Jackson slipped on the rug. He went a little too hard trying to save the ball. And slammed right into the arm of one of our chairs, added Tori. "And like the chairs that are in our entryway, they're pretty cushioned," she continued. "I've never thought of those chairs, I've always thought of the hearth. They're going to hit their head on the hearth or they're gonna hit their head on the coffee table. Those have always been my scary, don't play around those things, but I never once thought these chairs would ever be an issue. Unfortunately, Jackson managed to hit the exposed wood on one of the chairs, which split open the back of his head. Bad, 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 Zach said, going on to say that Tori responded brilliantly, especially since she had a problem in the past with panicking when the kids get hurt. She expresses so much concern and anxiety and fear onto our kids when they get hurt, she'll gasp and it makes her feelings the dominant feelings and the kids are looking right at her, so then they proceed to cry, get scared, whatever else, Zach explained. She's gotten a lot better at being calm, he added. You know, it's all about how you're projecting yourself to your kids in that scenario. It's not about how you feel and expressing how you feel, it's about, in my opinion, the child and how they feel, and what feelings should you be portraying to them in that situation. It helps the child stay calm. I feel like you almost panicked last night, Tori interjected. I did not panic, I saw a lot of blood coming out, Zach clarified, explaining that he was focused on solutions and getting Jackson into the bathroom away from his siblings, Lila and Josiah. The mother of 3 then took Jackson, who never cries, to urgent care, with the little boy acting impressively tough throughout the ordeal though he finally broke down. It wasn't until they put the staples in that he cried, and I cried 'cause I just can't handle watching him be in pain, Tori admitted. Then obviously they had to go out for ice cream, Zach joked. Obviously I had to get him Dairy Queen on the way home, and he was fine after that, Tori agreed. I would just like to point out that 0 children went to the urgent care when you were gone, Zach pointed out. I was left with the decision with how do you want to move forward 'cause it had been 3 weeks. The mom of 3 says Tori Roloff is looking back on a difficult moment in her motherhood journey. On a new episode of her podcast Raising Heights, which she co-hosts with husband Zach Roloff, Tori, 33, emotionally recalled experiencing a miscarriage in 2021 before welcoming their son Josiah, now 2. Although Tori says the couple got pregnant very quickly when they began trying for their 3rd baby, they received the devastating news at their 8-week checkup. It was not on my radar that something was wrong, Tori recalls. I remember thinking, this pregnancy is really easy, this is going really well. However, the mom of 3 says her ultrasound tech told her that her baby didn't have a heartbeat, even though she technically wasn't supposed to. I immediately started crying, she remembers. This isn't happening. This isn't real. There is no way this is happening to me. After she learned that her baby didn't have a heartbeat anymore, Tori says that her doctors let her know that she had the choice of letting the pregnancy pass naturally or having a procedure known as a D&C dilatation and curettage. According to the Mayo Clinic, A/D&C involves removing tissue from your uterus so doctors can treat certain uterine conditions such as heavy bleeding or to clear the uterine lining after a miscarriage or abortion. I can remember just being so mad at my body after that, Tori says. I had what was called a missed miscarriage, which means that my body didn't realize that the baby passed on. So I was left with the decision with how do you want to move forward 'cause it had been 3 weeks, because that's where the growth had stopped. Tori ultimately went through with the D&C and chose to share her miscarriage with her family and the crew on their show, Little People, Big World. 3 kids, you get kind of excited, you announce it a little earlier, Zach says. You get a little bit more excited and you jump ahead a little bit. That's what I remember telling the TV people, the family. The couple initially revealed on camera that they were having another baby, so they had to share their heartbreaking news with the show, causing them to relive the tragedy. Sharing things on camera that's sensitive in the form of reality television is tough because it has to fit into their storyline or their structured episode, Zach explains. They can't show at 20 minutes, they can't share a 20-minute explanation, which we feel is necessary to understand your point of view. That's what makes it tough. They won't do it the justice that it needed, continues Tori. This is our baby. To me, when you get pregnant, that's a baby. So when we lost that baby, that was like we just lost a part of our family." 8 months later, in November 2021, the couple announced that they were pregnant again. In May 2022, they welcomed their son Josiah. "We didn't tell people that I was pregnant with Josiah until I was halfway done," Tori explains. "Because I didn't want to go through that again, and we have to backtrack." Now, the proud mom of 3 says she can't imagine not having their son Josiah in their life. "Hard to picture our life now without Josiah. That's very difficult for me to picture where we would be without him and how much I'm obsessed and I love him," Tori says. "He would not be here if it wasn't for everything that happened. One day, we'll get to meet our baby." The couple has 3 children, Jackson, Lila and Josiah, that were born with achondroplasia, the most common form of short-limbed dwarfism. The couple whose 3 children, Jackson, Lila and Josiah, were born with achondroplasia, the most common form of short-limbed dwarfism, tackled the question on the latest episode of their Raising Heights podcast. "It's very loud, and it's very hard to ignore when people question our decision to have children when we knew that they could have dwarfism," Tori shared on the podcast. "And we knew pretty strongly that the children could have it." However, the couple said they decided to take the chance because the odds of their children being born with dwarfism was 50-50. "The little people, big world star believe they just hit a dwarfism cluster somewhere in the cycle," he said. "And if we have 3 more kids, they could all be average height," Zach added, while also noting that the couple already made the decision to stop having kids. Tori chimed in, "We have ended it. We'll never know." Tori also explained in the podcast that the chances of their children having the same kind of dwarfism as Zach's dad Matt Roloff, dystrophic dysplasia, was the same as any average couple's chances since it was a recessive gene. The pair also discussed what people have said about them passing along the dwarfism genes to another generation. Tori described that mindset as sticky and very dangerous because they had no say on what genes were passed on and it was all a matter of fate. "People are often looking for this perfect child and want to make sure that their kid doesn't have X, Y, and Z problems, but that at the end of the day, it's in God's hands," they said. The couple, who wed in July 2015, welcomed son Jackson in 2017, daughter Lila in 2019 and their 3rd child Josiah in 2022. Over the past few years, the pair have been candid about their life and raising their 3 children both on and off screen. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from juicy celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. During a 2021 Instagram story Q&A, Tori, who does not have achondroplasia, responded to a question asking if she wished she could raise a child who doesn't have dwarfism. "Absolutely not," Tori wrote. "I'm obsessed with the 3 kids God gave me and I'd have it no other way."